All right, what's going on, world? This your boy at Big Game James _36 with my other fullback at Struggle Made 105, Freddie Stevenson, and this is Inside Drills, the only podcast that comes at you rough, hard, and hitting. This ain't 7-on-7. This ain't for the pretty ones right here. We're gonna hit our topics. We're gonna go in, but at the same time, it's all about getting an understanding of the way that real athletes live and some of our stories and the triumphs. So one of the things that me and Freddie like to pride ourselves on is really coming in and just talking and getting perspectives that are different. All everybody sees is the Saturdays or the Sundays, or if you're hooping, your couple days a week. But people don't realize that at the end of the day, we're all men, or even female athletes and females, we're all men. We're humans. So we got some great stories that have come out. We had some great interviews. So that's basically us, man. So Freddie, I'm gonna let you do the introduction of our guest, and then we're gonna get into this.
Yeah, man. Y'all gonna hear the story. It's a very powerful story, man. Just the resiliency, man. We got Delvin Bro on here. After this interview, you're gonna be digging into him and looking up every single thing. And one thing we pride ourselves on Inside Drill, not only do we like talking to people that have actually did it, but everybody that we bring on this platform, they done made an impact in some way in what they're doing. We don't bring no scrubs, so I know a lot of people recommend some guys, but we like to bring on people that have actually done it at a high level. So this guy we're talking about here, man, he's done it, started in the NFL, and when you look at his story, I don't know how the hell we even having this conversation after what he went through. Delvin Bro started NFL for the Saints, played in the CFL, and now he's a best-selling author, man. So he's doing a lot of big things. I know he does.
Man, I'm about to go write a damn book. Nah, man, I'm tired of this.
Hey,
we ain't finna just.
yeah,
I can't
man.
be the only person on the podcast with no
Hey,
book,
man.
man. And no, like Freddie over here, best-selling author. Man, here's his best-selling author. Me, I can barely color in the lines.
Appreciate you. Yeah, James, you the only one. Next time, around this time next year, you got to be on here. We got to be introducing you. But man, I'm ready to dig into it, man. This gonna be a dope interview, man. Just all vibes, but it's gonna be a powerful story. I'm excited about this. And shoot, let's get into it, man. From the jump, kind of tell us about. I know everybody earlier today, man. They seen this story and they're like, how the hell did this happen? This man broke his neck. Really, I remember you posting about it, saying that the doctors were telling you that you should have lost your life, man. And just that injury in general, man. How do we get to this moment, and kind of tell us about the situation that took place and how you worked to this point?
Oh yeah, man. It's first of all, I appreciate you, man, and congratulations as well on being a best-selling author, man. That's definitely a dream come true for a lot of us, man. So, congratulations on that. But it was a long journey, man. Where to start? I'm gonna start when I broke my neck, man. It was my senior year in high school. It was October 2006, man. It was 2 days actually after my birthday. And, it was a normal day for us, man. Me and my brothers, my siblings in the house, it was a normal day. My dad had ain't nothing but a gangster party blasting in the house and everything, like it was early. We was ready, man, and plus my high school, we didn't beat a private school, a Catholic elite school in a long time, and being Jesuit high school down here in over like 20 some years. So it was like, it was war for us. You know what I'm saying? It was war. We had to beat these guys, so when we got out there, man, we was on a kickoff coming out of halftime, and I was on the left-hand side of the field, man. I shot out of there like a cannon, man. I ran, and I kind of, now that I see myself, I'm like Usain Bolt, bro, because I was ahead of the pack. I was like leading the group on kickoff. When you that guy that leads the group on kickoff, you a demon. You a mean mother. You know what I'm saying? Like you running down there to go kill somebody. You lead.
Man, we don't know nothing about that, but
I feel And I'm coming down the left-hand side of the field, and I see the returner, man. And I just went in there. I didn't hesitate or anything, man. I went in there, and It's crazy. I went in there, I dove in with my head like straight, like I didn't drop my head or anything. Like I went straight in, I closed my eyes, and his knee just simultaneously, like we connected, man. And next thing you know, like my neck just jerked backwards, man, and everything just went dark. Everything was dark. I hear my teammates, Terrence Moore, like I hear all my teammates like, D-bro, come on, man, get up. We need you. And I'm I'm trying. I want to, but I can't move. Like I can't move. But mind you, they're not hearing those words because it's like I was going underwater, kind of almost like I was drowning, like I was going underwater. Everything was just drowning out. And next thing you know, it just went dark, silence. And then a few seconds, man, just this bright white light just appeared, man. Like it was something I've never seen before. It was like just this white light. And I'm just looking around this room, like just looking, man. I was just in a football game. And now I'm in just looking at this white room, man. Just like, man, where am I? And it kind of reminded me of Bruce Almighty. When Morgan Freeman and Jim Carrey was in a room and they made the room go all white. That's what it reminded me of. Like it was just a pitch white room. And within a few seconds, I woke up. I woke up and my coach was like, I'm more sure he gave me smelling salt. He was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "All right, well, let's go. Get up." And I'm like, "All right." Like I'm just like, "All right." Boom, man. I get up, take my helmet off, walked off the field, man. And mind you, I don't know my neck is broken. Like I don't feel anything. I'm walking off the field. I took my helmet off and I'm normal. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get ready to get back in the game. I think it was in high school. It's like 2 or 3 plays you have to sit out. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm jumping up and down on the sideline. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get back in. Man, I felt this sharp pain. I was like, I felt this sharp pain. I said, oh man, I turned around. I immediately saw my dad, man. And I ran to my dad. I say, Dad, something wrong is back here. Like something wrong. Something is bothering me, man. Like something's bothering me. Set me down, try to give me ibuprofen. I'm taking the ibuprofen on the sideline. Next thing you know, I'm coughing up the pills, but I'm like coughing them up. Like I'm hurting. Like at this point, like just like excruciating pain just come to me at this point. Like I'm like, Dad, get the ambulance. Something is wrong. Man, they came with the gurney, put me on it, and they got me to the hospital, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Mind you, now we don't know what's going on. I took my helmet off at least 2 or 3 times before we get to the hospital. At least 2 or 3 times. Mind you, now I get to the hospital. Doctor, they cut my jersey up. This yellow jersey. I don't know if y'all can see the gold jersey behind me. That's the jersey they cut up in my in the hospital. And they cut it up. And I was like, man, I said, what y'all doing? I'm like, what y'all doing? I'm like, I have another game to play next week. They was like, no, we got to get this off you. We have to go get x-rays. And I'm like, all right, whatever. But don't cut no more of my jersey. I'm like, don't cut no more. Like, I got to play. So we come out, they do the x-rays and, they take me into my room. My parents are sitting to the right of me. The doctor come in there. He like, son, he looking at the x-rays. He's like, how are you alive right now? I'm like, what you mean, doc? I'm sitting, like, I'm talking to you, you talking to me. Like, what you mean? We here. Yeah. And he's like, no, son, your scans, your x-rays. Like, son, you're not supposed to be alive right now. You're supposed to be dead on that field. Bro, I'm like, wait, what? My mom, you can see my mom, my dad, the tears coming out the eyes there. They're like, you're supposed to be dead on the field, and there's no way you're sitting here talking to me. There's no way you're here. Like, it's a miracle that you're alive right now. And I don't know what to say, man. It's just, I never thought it was going to be me. You see stories about it happening to other people. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Christopher Reeve story, Superman. He broke his neck falling off the horse. So he had the same injuries as me, being a quadriplegic and everything. And I didn't have no neurology, no nothing, man. I didn't have no paralysis. Nothing was neurologically wrong with me, man. And that's something I would never I would never forget, because it's like when you break your neck, you either supposed to be dead or you're supposed to be paralyzed. And I was neither, so God was definitely with me. And after I broke my neck and made it to this point in my life, you know, it's a lot, man, but made it to this point in my life, you know, it was just that dedication, you know, it was just that motivation. You know, my doctor told me when I got discharged from the hospital, you know, I asked him his football out of the question for me. He was like, send me Super Bowl tickets when you make it to the Super Bowl. You know, he said 2, but he was just like, send me 2 Super Bowl tickets when you make it to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, okay, well, that's all I needed, and that's what I took. That was the motivation and that I needed to keep going with my life and my journey, man. And I had to fulfill that purpose and that promise for him, you know. So I had to make it. And you know, when I got to the Saints, you know, we was terrible, man. It was 7-9 for the 3 years I was there. But you know, I'm just blessed and thankful for that opportunity to even make it there. And now I get to share my journey with you guys.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Kind of take us through the process, because I know at the time you were getting recruited by a lot of schools. What's going on in your head knowing that that's kind of going to mess up your recruiting process a lot?
Man, you know, it was crazy because we actually had a couple guys before me. Actually, that same year, I want to say 2 other guys that same year that had got their scholarships removed or taken away because of, you know, them getting hurt in high school. And I was like, man, I'm the 3rd guy. Like, it's my turn now. LSU about to take my scholarship away from me, man. Like, I lost all hope. And man, Coach Les Miles, you know, it was phenomenal, man. He's an awesome human being, and I would never forget Les Miles. He called me when I got discharged from the hospital, and you know, I was crying and everything, and I'm like, Coach, you know, y'all still gonna, you know, keep my scholarship, honor my scholarship, and everything. And he was like, Delvin, don't even worry about football. You know, he was like, don't even worry about football, man. Let's just get you healthy. Let's get you all the way back. We're still gonna honor your scholarship. I said, wait, what? He said, we're still going to honor your scholarship, man. And I was like, yes. I'm like, thank you. He was like, just come in, focus on, you know, getting a degree. And then we'll let everything else take care of the rest. So, you know, I ain't really have too much to worry about. I was nervous, but they stuck by my side. And Les Miles told me the biggest reason why was because I didn't go on no other recruiting visits. Only one I went on was LSU. I didn't want to go nowhere else. You know, I had Miami, USC. I had a whole bunch of schools, but I told them no, I didn't want to go to those visits. I just wanted to go to LSU. I know where my heart was set.
Oh wow! You normally don't. Stories don't always work out like that. So you went to LSU. So what was it like after that? What was the rehab process? You know, obviously you had some people, obviously like with a coach like Les Miles in your corner, a doctor kind of giving you that, hey, you can make it speech basically. So what was it like? Because one thing I've always told people, especially having had a recent hospitalization, is that, you know, yeah, all the kind words are great, but much like 2-a-days and much like fall camp, it's only one person can go through that. So like, what was it like, and what was your mentality like when you took that?
You know what, man? You know, it took me, when I got out the hospital, man, it took me 3 months to get back running again. You know, I was back in high school running 3 months after I broke my neck. You know, when I got discharged at the hospital.
Hold on real quick. My bad. Let me ask you one question. Is that McDonough 35?
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. That's a. I just caught it. My boy TG went to McDonough.
Tell me.
Tommy Gardner.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's a legend there, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's a real funny story. I want you to get back into what you're doing.
Yeah.
So TG played at Florida State when I was there. Paul Lyons played at St. Aug, who was at Florida State when I was there as well. TG used to call PI a purple pump every day at Florida State. He said, man, you play for them old purple punks. So fast forward some years later, I had a business partner who went to St. Aug, Lonnie Martz. But I go to the Under Armour All-American game, and there's a big-time running back from St. Augustine that's at this game, a guy by the name of Leonard Fournette. So I go over there and I'm like, hey man, you from St. Aug, man, you play for the Purple Punks, not knowing that that's just something that's a New Orleans, that ain't for outsiders to say. And man, when I tell you, I ain't know Leonard Fournette was rolling that deep. Man, those cats came from out of everywhere. I'm like, hey, hold up. That's what my dog TG. They said, TG. You talking about TG from up McDonough 35? I said, yes. I think. I don't know. I said, but that was funny, man. That just made me think about my man TG. So,
No, yes,
uh,
he probably on here on the little live, man. He probably checking it out, man. That's my guy.
I'm definitely gonna send him some.
Yeah, big fan of his, man. Big fan of his. He went to Florida State, didn't he?
Yeah. He was there.
How
I
was
was a
he?
freshman his senior year.
How was he, man? You know, like I ain't really get to watch too much tape on him, you know.
Man, he was super explosive, right? TG's only knock was he had small hands for a receiver. And sometimes, TG didn't back down from nobody. So like
Yeah,
TG, he get into the talking trash thing. I remember his last game was the Sugar Bowl. So we were in New Orleans.
yeah.
And he was going back and forth with the Georgia DB. They got too caught up, but TG was like he was definitely a guy who could take the top off the defense.
Yes,
Big guy, loved playing with TG.
yes, indeed.
So
Yeah.
my bad. But tell me about the rehab process.
Nah, you good, man. The rehab process was it wasn't really no rehab process, man. Like I said, when I got out, when I was in the hospital, they told me it was gonna take me like a month to walk and stuff like that again. And I was like, give me 5 days, give me 5 days. And I started back walking in 3, doing the little movements, like my toes and stuff were numb, my legs and stuff were numb. So we had to like wake all that stuff back up because I was in the hospital for a whole month. And once I got out the hospital, man, it took me, I want to say, man, my dad told me, he said, this is my daddy now. Oh, what a hospital, what a doctor at the hospital told you, send them Super Bowl tickets when you make it. So you know what that means, right? We have to outwork everybody until you get to the top. We have to outwork everybody. And my I got a damn brace on my neck, man. And he's telling me this. I'm just getting discharged. My dad like, man, we got to outwork everybody. So I'm like, all right, Dad. I'm like, all right. So the next day, man, I started with 1 pound dumbbells, right? Like it was crazy. Like I'm drinking milk, buku milk. They're like, man, milk is for strong bones and all that, man. So they got me drinking milk. Never went to an actual rehab facility. Never did that. I was just at home. I had my little 1 pound dumbbells, 2 pounds, each day. I got big, I had to get bigger and stronger and faster so I can get back to running track for the fall. And so just that process was simple. It wasn't really no, I ain't really do nothing, man. And a lot of people who've broken their neck, I asked them about the rehab process. They say the same thing. It was like, man, they just told me let my neck heal. Right? Let it heal. Don't do nothing. I mean, it was broken bones, right? I have plate screws and rods in my neck. So there's nothing I could really rehab because it's metal. It's I have to actually work out the tissue and the bones and the neck muscles that are around the plates and stuff in my neck. So it wasn't really too much I had to do. If I had to say the biggest challenge was driving, trying to, get that range of motion back with driving. But that was it, man. That just took a few days of like I said, just continuous work, getting back on that grind. And, I was hoping to be ready to be back to play for LSU in 2008. That's what I was working hard for. But when I got to LSU, they didn't allow me to play, man. They didn't even want me walking on the facility grounds, which is crazy because, I was healthy. I was back moving. I'm like, y'all honor my scholarship for a reason. Like, let me at least lift weights. Like, the staff didn't even want me to lift weights. They didn't even want me to be around the team, man. That was kind of depressing for me because football was all I had. That's all I wanted to do was go to LSU and play football for the purple and gold, And when they denied, all 3 of the doctors denied me, man. On one day, I went to go see 3 of LSU doctors, and they all told me the same thing as if they was, they all was in the same meeting, like, no, Delvin, we don't, your neck is too liable. We don't want nothing to happen to you. So, just go to school and enjoy school. And all 3 of the doctors said the same thing, man. And I got depressed and I tried to commit suicide, man. I tried to commit suicide of overdosing on pills. I was drinking Ciroc and I was taking the Vyvanse pills, man. So I would take about 6 to 7 pills a day. And when I take the pills, I was taking them with Ciroc, Ciroc and Sprite. I take a shot of Ciroc with it. So I was actually trying to just take my life, man, and hoping I don't wake up. It was just tough, man. But by the grace of God, he allowed me to keep going and allowed me to find that light. And man, like I said, I'm here sharing the story with you guys.
Hey, so kind of, we know you didn't get to play in college. Fast forward us through this process. How were you able to work through this process, being told no, and then find your way onto an NFL roster and start for one of the most prestigious organizations in the National Football League?
You know what? It just took a lot of grind, man. It just took a lot of consistent grind, man. There were days I wanted to quit. There were days, where I got down on myself because nothing was happening for me, right? No agents, nobody was reaching out to me, man. I was up at midnight trying to send emails out to about 30 to 40 different agencies, man, just for somebody to take a chance on me, hear my story out, allow me to show you what I can do. It's been 6 or 7 years since I've had my injury. So allow me to show you guys what I can do. I'm ready. Man, nobody was reaching out to me. Nobody's reaching out to me. So I had one of my best friends. He told me, man, go try out for arena football. Like, I was playing flag football during the time, and man, I had like 4 picks in one game. He was like, yo, bro, you don't need to be out here playing with us, man. You need to be playing in the NFL, bro. I'm like, man, I tried. He was like, well, go for arena football first and see where it takes you. Arena told me I had to go to GDFL route, which is the Gridiron Developmental Football League. Shout out to Louisiana Bayou Vipers for taking a chance on me, man, and allowing me to go get clearance and allow me to showcase my talents with those guys. So I went from the GDFL all the way up into arena football, played arena football for like 3 games with the New Orleans Voodoo, ended up getting picked up in the CFL with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, played there for 2 years, became an all-star there, ended up going to the NFL, had 28 of the 32 teams wanted to work me out once I got done my CFL season in 2014. So, I'm doing the traveling and everything around the world to find a home, right? And Coach Payton and Mickey Loomis, man, I'm so thankful and appreciative of them because, it just took a lot to get here, man. And to be grinding out with guys like Keenan Lewis, Drew Brees, man, it was an amazing feeling, man. So I had to go out there and ball out for those guys. So it was, and then I was at home too, right? So I had to show out for my last name and my city, man. So just being able to start for the New Orleans Saints, like you said, a prestigious organization, man, it was a dope opportunity, man, and I'm very thankful.
So normally we ask people about your welcome to football moment. So you don't have a college one. So what was your welcome to football moment in New Orleans?
I want to say my welcome. It was against Dallas. I want to say it was against Dallas. I was checking Terrence Williams, man. T-Will, man. He was a dog, man. And I was doing so well against him, man. And it came down to like the last possession. And I think it was Brandon Wheaton, man. He threw this fade ball on me, bro. Scored on me in the end zone, man. And I was just like, damn! Like, I see the crowd going crazy. They looking at me like, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, he got me, he got me, man. And at that moment, that's when I was like, man, this shit is real. Man, it's real. So I would say that moment, man, it's real. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's rough.
Being on that island, too, we fullback. I want to be in the box, running through somebody's chest. I ain't got no business being out on that island.
Be on the island.
If I'm on that island, whatever receiver on the other side, put them on your fantasy team. Go ahead, start them. You're gonna run it up.
You in the box. You with the Mike and Will, huh?
Yeah, that's all I want. Give me the ball a little bit. I may be able to make a little sun shake, but I don't want no question at all.
Hey, man, well, tell me why all the linebackers think they can play DBs, bro. Every linebacker I know, oh, man. Hey, bro. Hey, linebacker, fullback. Hey, boy, if I was at receiver, this is my fullbacks now. Hey, if I was that receiver, man, I eat Bro Island up, man. Hey, come on, bro. Really? Really? And then my linebackers, they be like, hey, bro, see, if I was that cornerback, them receivers wouldn't do nothing to me how they killing you. I'm like, what? Damn, bro. Like,
Man, all that stuff sound good. All that stuff sound good until you got to do it, man. Like,
and then
my
the ones that say that, the ones talking about covering, those are the ones I want to see inside the box because I know they don't want no smoke. They talking about covering. All right, I know you. I know you don't want no pressure inside.
I used to joke because I was good at the board drills and good at getting my hands inside and driving my feet. So I told one of our linemen, he actually ended up playing for New Orleans. He was another senior my freshman year, Montre Holland. He played for the Cowboys and New Orleans. And Big Swole, I said, man, Swole, if I was, man, I whoop your ass on these boys, man. When I tell you gave me a chance, and when I tell you Swole hit me in my chest so hard, I knew from that day on, I said, man, I don't want no parts of this line. Like, I'll take my running start on the linebacker all day, go kick out the end, but man, these D tackles and guards and centers, man, these are some hellacious boxing matches that are going on with these heavy ass hands. But but I can only imagine that at DB out there, man. Y'all got to have a short memory.
Absolutely. Hey, man, that's another thing too. I ain't never messed with no fullbacks, man. You know, I just want to show all the respect. I want to give y'all respect, man. I'm gonna give y'all flowers while y'all here, man. Y'all motherfuckers tough, man. Y'all some tough son of a guns, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Fullbacks coming out on that tall sweep. Ooh, and you got that cornerback out there. Oh no, I'm gonna make a business decision.
Right. I used to have to.
If it's a real fullback, you know, some of these fullbacks they be throwing in there, you can run through them. But one of them real deal ones, get out the way or get ran over.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Especially on that toss, man. We looking for. I'm like, oh, what? I get to block this dude. Oh man, he 40 pounds smaller than what I'm used to blocking, man. Let's go ahead and get this.
Y'all trying to kill that, man.
But you know what are some of the so what you're doing now? You know, you got your book. What's the name? Drop the name of the book, and then what are some things that you're doing now off the field?
Name of my book is Unbroken, man. And you know, I'm doing some public speaking. I'm going around my community in New Orleans, and I'm doing talks with like the homeless shelter, and you know, just and I don't really like to say homeless shelter, but just people who are facing adversity. You know, I go around and do talks around the community, just enlighten people about, just bring a little motivation and inspiration to them, man. And I travel as well. I'm doing a little coaching on the side. And my biggest thing, man, is just trying to share my story, man. I really think this story is unique for a lot of generations, man. And I think a lot of people really need to hear this message because, you know, we give up too easy. And you see it everywhere, man. A lot of people give up too easy. And I want my message to come out, you know, to where it can help a lot of people to understand that no matter what you go through, man, no matter what you go through, you have to continue to keep going. Not dead, can't quit mentality, right? You got to have that not dead, can't quit mentality, man. And that's it, man. I'm just trying to do my purpose, man. Just living in my purpose on this earth, man. And that's it, man. Oh, I'm into acting too, man. I actually just got picked up. I got a representation by a company, man, into acting. So, I'm doing a little background work, some stunt work, man, and hopefully get some lines and just do the thing, man. So, that's it, man.
Something that I think a lot of acting is big. Acting can be big for a lot of athletes, and I be begging people because like I can't watch this show called All American. I watched one episode, right? I'm a stickler for these things, man. Like, these boys going like full contact in shorts on 7-on-7. I'm like, man, that ain't never happening. No, like, and then just watching some of them move, I'm like, man, they could have got some guys with some football background that at least pretend like they doing something. I sit back, I can't watch none of the other show, none of the rest of it, because the football play is so bad.
It's bad. Hey, man.
Terrible, man. I seen the dude run a comeback route, and he was in the park one day. I was like, bro, I can't even.
Oh,
The dialogue and everything is dope, but when you see the football stuff, it kind of make you not even want to watch. Like James was just saying, it's terrible.
yeah. They could have done a better job in that, man, on that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking like it's a, like any given Sunday did a good job of it. Now,
Yeah.
if y'all '06, so that came out in 2000, 2001 or whatever. But they had TO. They had guys who were like their extras were actual football players, guys who had played some football. Still wasn't great, but it was better than what we've been seeing.
What we're saying now,
So
I'll tell you that.
Man, I know. Just in the interview, man, it's been fun for me. Earlier, people were like, man, is this real? Like, seems like a Disney script. And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, shoot, Disney need to be banging your line right now. And it's some things we discussed on the show just for everybody that watches, man. We talked about a little bit of your story. I made sure that we don't talk about everything because there's a lot more that you will discuss in your book that's even more powerful than the things that we discussed on this platform. So everybody that's watching, man, I think that part of your story is dope, and people, it's gonna motivate people. But the second part, people don't understand what you went through in the second part of your journey before you became a best-selling author and are doing the things that you're doing now, and just finding yourself out the ball, all the things you dealt with at the end of your NFL career. And so I think people should dig into your book, and I believe sometime here real soon you're gonna be able to tell your story on a huge platform for it to be seen across the world. So that we did this on purpose. Y'all make sure to go tap in with him. He has a powerful story. I was looking at his page today around that time, and every single news outlet was featuring his story, man. So I'm rallying to try to get this thing on one of the big networks. That's my thing. I think it's one of those stories I've seen and I don't like to play the comparison game, but I don't watch a few Disney movies where they do on sports. This one of those films that I feel like should be in heavy consideration with the story and just all the different battles that people are dealing with now, especially all the times we're facing in the world. So I hope it gets done. And like I said, man, from the time I connected with you, it's all love, and anything I can do on my side, just let me know.
Man, absolutely, man. I appreciate it, man. You know, that's what we're here for, man. We got to help each other on each other's journey, man. You know, my biggest thing is what I tell people. I'm not looking for competition from you. I'm only looking for competition for myself. What can I bring to the table that you can bring to the table, that this person can bring to the table, so we all can build together, man. And if we all can bring something to the table, man, we all gonna be successful. So man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate every word, man. And I hope, you know, we have the right people out there listening, you know, to where we can bring this to light, man, because it's definitely time, man. And we need it. You know, it's something we need right now in this world to give a lot of people hope, and to be able to overcome that adversity, man. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Man, keep telling your story too. Don't get discouraged. Like today, I had somebody reach out to me. Shoot, I didn't even know they were watching what I was doing. They just reached out, and they're like, "Man, I've been watching what you're doing. We're gonna tap in soon." A lot of times when things aren't moving as fast as you think people aren't resonating with what you're talking about. They ain't really feeling it. Sometimes it's just people, they thinking you got a lot of things going on. I see them making moves, and they don't give you your flowers. They're thinking everything good, and so just keep going, man. That's what I was telling people earlier, man. Don't get discouraged. It's somebody out there that needs that message. And eventually all it has to do is come across the right eyes, then you feel me? That jet take off. So just keep going. I truly believe this story gonna be one of those stories that's on the TV screen.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, boss. Thank you.
yeah, man. Well, appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for giving us a little bit of time, man. That very inspirational, man. Like again, you never know what's gonna happen when life comes out, life hits you. But the only thing you can control is if you're gonna quit or if you're not. So appreciate you lending that inspiration, man. Such a great story. Congratulations on everything that you're doing. Again, anything that we can do, make sure you let us know what we can do, and we'll continue trying to push.
Hey, man, you didn't let the people know, man. You all my tree lovers out there, man. Big time cannabis advocate, man.
Oh, okay.
you can't. Hey, you got business, man. You got to let them know. But
Yeah,
a lot of things in the cannabis community that I think you guys would love to tap into. I know I bought when I was struggling with my back pain. I purchased one of his CBD products, and it kind of helped me with my back pain. It kind of helped that healing process. So make sure you go shop with him on his website. Go check him out.
What's the website?
Broshow.com. So BREAUXSHOW.com.
Okay. And that's in your bio?
Yeah, it's in my bio. Yep, they got everything. So, man, make sure y'all follow me. For all the listeners out there, make sure y'all follow me. Broshow40 on Instagram, man. And like you said, man, y'all can go check out everything on there. I have an apparel page as well, Broshow _apparel. Go check that out. You can go to broshow.com to look at my book. To purchase my book is on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, is online at Walmart, Target. So we trying to do big things, and I much appreciate it.
Sir, best-selling author, former NFL player, CFL player, man, and Unbroken is the best title for that book, man, because all the things that you face, man, just for you to be sitting here talking to us, it's remarkable.
Man, yes, indeed. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, guys. That's it. Inside drills, short, sweet, hard hitting, real, coming at you guys. Again, if you're looking for that inspiration, check this out. Share it with your friends. Make sure you pick up the book. Again, support the people that come on our show, the whole network. We'll catch you guys next week with another interview with another person doing big things in the community. On the gridiron or off the field, it doesn't really matter, guys. At the end of the day, it's all about impact. So I'm at Big Game James _36. My guy at Struggle May 105 is Inside Drill. See you guys later.